Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it is CGB, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be checking out the newly introduced Brewers Delight event that has been entered. You can also catch it here on the home screen. And this is an event that you can enter your deck in and compete and win certain cards. Well, let's read what the Magic the Gathering people who write these things have to say. The arena team, we could say. Bring your janky brew. In this event, you'll earn up to 6 brewer cards, brewer unquote cards, selected by our designers from outside the current meta, sorry Spikes, that you can use to create your own fun decks for free play. You'll earn more cards the more wins you get. Play until you reach 3 wins or 3 losses. The entry fee is lower than the typical. It's quick constructed is 95 gems. This is only 50. I find it interesting that you're supposed to bring your janky brew, play in the janky brew event to win the cards to make your janky brew. I wonder if that means people who don't have the cards to craft janky brews and instead of crafting competitive decks have to use their competitive decks and the logic is that they will use their competitive deck to get the cards so they can make a janky brew. That's a little weird. It feels like if you really wanted to do this, you could pay 50 gems and you could receive like a pack of 6 janky cards that could be like rares and uncommons for a janky deck. And then you can go forth and build a deck and compete in the event afterwards instead of trying to win them. Anyway, that would be my suggestion to make it a little better, because what if you don't have the cards to make a janky brew? Anyway, let's go out and play. Let's not overanalyze before we've done anything. Who would do such a thing? So 50 gems, yeah. And what we're going to run is a Mentor of the Meek deck. So I'll show you the deck. You can always find the deck list in the description if you want to see the deck right away, but I want to get right into games. And I know, because I look at my little reports and things, that you guys want me to get right into games too. And I will be on the play. This deck has a lot of interesting life gain, some fun combos, and you see it all in this opening hand. So I'm going to keep it for real. And Hawkeye Joe is going to take a mulligan. The big experiment here isn't what I'm playing. I'm curious to see what other people are playing. I would consider this Mentor of the Meek deck like barely, to be honest, barely tier 2. It's a fun deck, but it's not quite powerful enough, and Goblin Chain Whirler, blah, blah, blah. And it's just kind of, it's not really what you're looking for, I don't think. And we'll get this out there. I don't think it quite has the power, but hopefully here in Brewers Delight we can have a good time. Well, welcome to Brewers Delight, my friends. It's Heart of Kirin. What a card. Who would ever play such a thing? Alright, Aviary Mechanic. And what we're going to return to our hand is the Legion's Landing, which will let us make another 1/1 next turn. Let's see what else we've brewed around our Heart of Kirin. Yeah, a Spire of Industry, and a Pia Noir. How very interesting here. And our opponent's going to hold back. I guess they're thinking of blocking some of our attackers. However, I am in a position where I have to flip this Legion's Landing, so charging in with my creatures is the only thing I can do. So we gain a life, and we'll gain another life after attacking here. But yep, gotta flip that Legion's Landing. Life is not gonna get easier if I don't. We'll crew up the Heart. We'll probably eat the Aviary Mechanic or the Anointed Priest. But I have to trade them for a land. It's just... I've said it a few times. It's because I don't like it. I'm sad. I'm sad to see you go, Anointed Priest. I was really going to enjoy your company. And now, the question is, do I play the other mechanic or do I hold it? And I think I hold it because if I get out the monument, I can do kind of a combo with the mechanic, but I do have 4 of them, and right now, being on the board, if my opponent starts attacking me, I'm in a lot of trouble. So I will play this. And I will return the plains to my hand because I can play it. I haven't actually played a land this turn, I only transformed one. So I can have an untapped white source, which probably means absolutely nothing, and is just a little thing that who knows how or why it could come up. We're pretty starved on land. Our opponents had a good 2-3 curve, and they have all their colors of mana. The only advantage we have is being slightly ahead on the board. And it's a disintegrating advantage as we speak, as here is Aether Sphere Harvester. And the opponent is still holding back, so I'm nervous that they will have an Abrade. It is very common in these decks to run Abrade, but we've got to jam the monument and try to get crazy as soon as possible. Gonna settle in for a long turn. I'm confident our opponent will fidget with these vehicles for a minute, figure out how to crew, and click through every phase. Interesting. Not attacking with the Harvester and not tapping any mana. I was wrong. So, let's put out Ajani's Welcome. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under our control, we gain 1 life. Cheap little enchantment. Then we'll cast the Militia Bugler, and we'll gain life each time one of these little creatures gets cranked out. It's unfortunate we can't grab a land with these, but hopefully we'll draw one in the near future. For those curious, 24 lands in the deck, along with 3 Legions landings. Well, there you go. Welcome to Magic. First they give you a red deck, then they give you that top of the deck. A deck with like 30 hits for Militia Bugler and 4 land. This is why we play, right? But our opponent remains too intimidated to do anything to us, which, believe me, I am grateful. Shall we try the same thing we did last turn? Just a little bit better, I hope. We shall have many lives. That is certainly on the menu. Many life, many creatures. I wonder if our opponent crafted many Goblin Chain Whirlers. Hey, we hit something. And we still don't have good attacks because the Harvester can gain lifelink, eat a creature, and nullify the attacks of several others. So we are still just passing the turn. Our opponent's hand could only really be cards like Unlicensed Disintegration. Oh, well, I guess that doesn't matter very much. Or other PNLRs would also make a lot of sense to have in hand. Okay, now we have a cast out that we cannot cast. The irony. No. I guess if we want the max life, we want to play this first. And you're about to see a lot of life gain triggers. Is this going to be the creature that receives the unlicensed disintegration? Oh, a fatal push, you say. Alright. Let's bugle as well. Bring forth our bugler. Let him tell everybody what's going on. As in, we are getting red decked. Fortunately, I sort of foresaw this coming. I did bring a deck that could at least sort of go toe-to-toe. Oh my gosh, you might have been wondering if I run this creature. I do. I didn't expect all three to be in a row. Who shuffled this deck? Normally, I would be calling shenanigans. Judge, I would like you to watch me very carefully, because I don't think I shuffled my deck. So our opponent with a Piandalar, all this land, and an Aethersphere Harvester can be pumping the Harvester, giving it lifelink, and attacking for a lot of damage. But so far, they haven't chosen to. Now that they have a Scrap Heap Scrounger, I expect them to attack with a Vigilant Heart of Kirin more. It seems like they've got to start doing some things. And would you like to pump it with your Pia? I mean, it definitely would have made sense if you had left your red mana up. Hey, a land! To what do I owe the pleasure? Oh. Yeah, it is time to cast out that Harvester. Let's bring the noise and some funk as well. Everybody into the swimming pool. That Harvester's gonna get all powered up. There you go. And before it's even a creature, let's flash this in. Because once it's a creature, it can crew the Heart of Kirin. So we want to do this in response to the crew, not after the Harvester becomes a creature. It just keeps one less blocker on our opponent's side. So, is it enough? Will it be triumphant? No, there is an unlicensed disintegration, so we're not quite gonna get him this turn. But believe me, we're coming for you. You get one more draw step, and then your artificial booty is ours. All right. So like I said, I'm mostly interested in seeing what our opponents play in Brewers Delight. If you watched a Merchant video, he also makes excellent Magic YouTube videos, and he certainly was matched up against plenty of very, very popular decks. And my very first game is against the red artifact deck, which you can make with all starter cards. It's hard to get too mad about it. Like I said at the top, I hope that they learn, that Wizards learns from this, and I hope you can just pay the gems and get the cards up front, and then build around them, because otherwise people use the logic like, well, no, I have to win the cards to build the deck. It looks like somebody else might be on the cat train. I think I'm just going to cycle this, and I need to make sure I hit land drops, and I'm traumatized after the last game, and there you go. Alright, Pride Mate, let's do this. Cat on cat action. If our opponent had another creature, the Vanguard would pump and they would gain a life, and they could have attacked there, but they don't appear to have that creature. So there's a few different ways we can play this turn. The Anointer Priest can come down along with Legion's Landing, which would grow the Pride Mate. That's interesting. And then next turn we could Monument and Mechanic if we attack with the team. That's interesting too. The other option is just to Monument and hope it works out. If we get to untap, we lead with the Priest, and then it's kind of the same thing though, honestly. So I like the Priest Legion's Landing line, because our next turn would be very similar, and the only difference would be one more token, and it wouldn't even gain life because the Priest would be on the stack when we gained that token. Whereas this way, every token we make after this turn will grow the Pride Mate. And it gives us a chance to flip our 4th land drop, as well as giving us a life-linking token that can also grow the Pride Mate. We will take that action, and we will send the kitty to battle, to war. Alright, there is green in their hills, although I'm sure our opponent would have liked an untapped land. Maybe they would play their Pride Sovereign on time. So we drew this land, which is excellent, which means we can play Oketra's Monument, which reduces the cost of our creatures, so we can play Aviary Mechanic. Now the question is, do we return the Legion's Landing? And I actually don't think I do. In fact, there's nothing out here I actually want to return. Although I guess I could return the Anointer Priest to make another token. Is that worth it? Returning the Legion's Landing gives me another token. Returning the Anointer Priest gives me another token, but not another life gain trigger. I guess that the Priest is fine. It does, having another token is worth it. And there's not going to be another life gain trigger this turn, most likely. Let's send our creatures in. Well, aside from this creature, this vampire getting in. And I will definitely take another counter, please. Pride Mate's starting to get very juicy indeed. Field of Ruin. Well, that threatens the Legion's Landing. Our opponent will have to leave the mana up, and they have a Pride Mate of their own that they're going to start growing. Yeah, they likely don't want to attack with that. Ooh, that's an excellent draw too. Alright. Let's get started. Now we can draw a card for 1 mana whenever we make a critter. So by all means, let's do that. Too bad I couldn't play this land in response there. So do I flip this Legion's Landing? I think I do. I lose the mechanic, but I get another attack in. Yeah, we'll do it. The mechanic isn't crucial to the plan. We can make more mechanics. Alright, our opponent to 9. We'll play another landing, make another token, trigger the Anointer Priest, trigger the Mentor the Meek, grow our Ajani, and pay 1, draw another card. And you can see that things are getting a little out of hand. A cast out likely for the Pride Mate? No, they take the Mentor, the Meek. That's optimistic. I know Mentor draws cards and we'll probably beat them anyway, but the Pride Mate is, well, it's a big problem right now. We'll play an Ajani's Welcome. We'll play another Pride Mate. This is about to get silly. The pieces are all coming together. So counters, 9/9. We can send the team. I should have activated one of those ahead of time, and then I'd have an untapped land, but it's not a big deal right now. Alright, we'll get some triggers by making another 1/1 before our Anointer Priest goes to the graveyard. So big. Oh, this takes me back to the days of a deck called Celestial Light in Magic Duels. I think it was Duels 2014, where it wasn't weird. It was actually pretty common to get your Pride Mate to be just humongously large. Regal Caracal will join our opponent's side, which does give them some game, because now these all have lifelink, and with lifelink they are much more threatening. So our opponent right now can gain so much life that I think we actually have to be careful and take a break and play a little less recklessly. So we'll bring back this priest for starters to grow our team. The Ajani's welcome going off, the Anointer priest going off. But we may have to slow our roll on these crazy attacks. Still, I think I'll just send the 14 and hold back the 8, because the opponent will still have to find a creature to throw away every turn. And if we find a Shafet Dunes, of course, we'll be cooking. Able to pump the squad. Another Caracal. So this is going to be interesting. Can our opponent come all the way back here? Have I been too aggressive? They have a Field of Ruin over there. I'm really leaning on this first fort. Let's attack with the 14. Again, make our opponent find the blockers. Try to get them to gang up on it. Doesn't look like they're going to. Wow. Spamming the cats. Bringing all the kitties. Holy crap, this is getting interesting, to be sure. No Pride Mate attack, huh? Alright. More triggers and more triggers. We do need that Mentor back. Our opponent with the right call on that cast out. By the way, we also have plenty of cast outs which can get our Mentor back, so. Let's just find any of those. No, it will not be. It shall not be. Alright, I'm gonna keep sending this. We gotta get those giant cats off the board somehow. But our opponent with all these huge cats that have lifelink is very dangerous, considering the double blocks. They have to overblock by quite a bit because of the first fort. So we hit a cold stretch of draws. Our opponent with some good decisions and just a spam of Regal Caracals. Doing it. Okay, they're coming after the first fort now. We knew this day would come. Let's get one more activation out of it. I really wish that the ability on the Pride Mate was not a May, because my god. Who wouldn't want a +1/+1 counter? Anyway, I'm gonna look at the deck really quick, and there's so many good draws. Dusk to Dawn would be absolutely absurd. A cast out would get us back Mentors. We have more Mentors, more Buglers, and of course there's Shafet Dunes, which I'm not sure probably wouldn't be good enough here. Our opponent has so much lifelink on the battlefield. An Anointer Priest, okay. Well, that keeps the life gain triggers coming. Pretty much any creature we draw will make more triggers. Keep them coming. And a 21/21. Our opponent doesn't want to really block with any of these, so I think I should keep it attacking. If I'm not attacking with it, what am I really doing with it? But my lord, does this game have the potential to be absurd. That's a problem. That could get bad. Now our opponent has the long game. They have engines. We don't have engines right now. I mean, we have Oketra's Welcome, but that doesn't draw cards. Oh, God, it hurts. It hurts. The flood is getting so real. So real. Now, is our opponent finally running out of gas? Is it their turn? Is it their turn to hit a wall? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And now our opponent can't draw a cat. Oh Lord. The drama. The top of the deck. Could it be any worse for us than drawing our third Oketra's Monument? Our opponent finds another Pride Mate. Oh no. Are they going off? Will they draw like 7 cats in a row? And now their Pride Mate has matched ours. That's a card. So if I attack with it now, so that's what I want to do, I guess. I want to bring back the Anointer Priest so I can draw a card right away. Of course, a Seal Away would make me very sad, but we should try. Yep, the opponent's not going for it. Triggers, triggers, triggers. Triggers, triggers, triggers. It's gonna take a minute. Welcome to Trigger Hell, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see things get completely out of hand, I got you. That's what we do here on Channel CGB. We just get into the muddy, muddy trigger muck and just watch the insanity go off. We do have the killer. We have Dusk to Dawn in the deck. We just have to find it. Another Vanquisher's Banner. Oh my lord. Our opponent's creatures are so huge, and they have lifelink. I feel like the opponent should be thinking about attacking, but the problem is there's still this one Pride Mate that eats like a high value creature every turn that they attack. And then there's this other one. Oh my goodness, no. No. Not like this. Just when I was getting excited, when any creature would do, when any cast out would do. I'm sure our opponent feels the same way right now. They must feel absolutely the same way. The staring match between these cats is epic. And then, as soon as one of them makes a move, oh, the dunes. The dunes, baby, the dunes. But it's too late. It's not good enough right now. Every cat our opponent draws will draw 2 cards. Every creature we draw will draw 2 cards. Unless one of us finds another cast out or removal spell. If they take away my mentor, or if I can take away their cast out. Uh-oh, that's a big one too. Although again, if it attacks here, it just kind of runs into a Pride Mate. But every cat right now is a 6/6 starting power and toughness because of the Caracals and the Vanquisher's Banner. I wonder what you need. Ow! And now they all have hexproof. Not that that matters too much against me. But this is getting completely out of hand. We've got to have a draw step here. It's got to do something. It's got to mean something. Oh my lord, they certainly... So they had their turn where it came together and they were able to go off and draw a whole bunch of cards and build a mega battlefield. We need any creature to do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. It's heartbreaking. It's Absolutely heartbreaking. I'm trying to hard pass so I don't have to click anything while all this goes on. And we might be here a minute. The deck. Why, Shuffler? Why, Shuffler, you do this to me? How could you? Of course, our objective here is going to be just stay alive, find dusk to dawn. It is still a massive out, and an out that we have. The Shalai is going to start attacking. This is the way it goes. 3 life at a time. Make it 4. Or probably 5. Are you kidding me? This is getting absolutely insane. In I don't know how many draw steps, we've only had 1 relevant draw the entire way, and it's been this mentor, and I'm pretty sure that's about to get cast out. Just any creature right now would do. Any at all. The triggers keep climbing. We're at 31 lifelink hexproof. The opponent is still afraid to attack with anything but the flyer. Let's see if our opponent just focuses on building board here. Yep. I mean, this is a 9/9 lifelink hexproof double strike. Down to 33. We have found a creature. Are you ready to try? The opponent responds with a cast out here. It would be a disaster. They do not. I'm going to stack this first. I want to see what I draw. The 4th, Oketra's Monument. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yep, just clicking through triggers. We'll get another draw step here at the bottom, because there was the 1/1 created, and then this enters the battlefield, which lets the mentor go off. We're gonna get one more shot at this, at something relevant. One more shot at a card that matters. Any creature is awesome. Oh my goodness. My soul is breaking. My soul is breaking. Fortunately, I think our opponent's afraid of a Settle the Wreckage. I think they are legitimately... Well, they shouldn't be. They have a Shalai on the battlefield. They should not be afraid of a Settle the Wreckage. Alright, here we go again. I still have enough tokens to pretty much chump my way through their attack, which I'm sure is the reason they're not using those other creatures and just sending Shalai over and over and over. And there is another cast out. So we could cast out the Shalai, but I actually don't think that's how we win. I think it has to be Dusk to Dawn. So I'm thinking that the best thing I can do is cast out the cast out, and that will let me start drawing more cards with Mentor, which is, I think, the only way I can really do this. Now remember, Shalai gives hexproof to the player and their creatures, but not their enchantments or their artifacts, if we cared about the banner. So this is it. We have to draw our way back in, fighting through absolute trigger insanity. A card! Alright, that was a big one. We had to draw a creature in that spot, and we found it. And now we're going to add to trigger hell. Just add into it. We're just gonna lose timeouts at this pace. We're going to absolutely stress test all the servers. If you've hung with me this long, I'm stress testing my viewers, I think. If you've hung with me this long, you are the elite. The best of the best. Because this is gonna get filthy. Another priest. Oh my. Come on. Dusk to dawn. It's gonna have to wait a little longer. Put them all on the stack, baby. Put them all on the stack. Our opponent's first time out burned. We're just gonna burn all their time. That's how we win. That's how we are victorious. Oops. That's what I get. Oh man. Let's hope that doesn't come back. As you saw, I missed a Mentor the Meek trigger there. I hit decline. Which, weird. Why would they put the decline there? Whatever. More triggers, please. I don't think we have enough. More triggers, please. More triggers. Oh my lord. So every creature entering the battlefield is going to trigger the Ajani's Welcome and 3 Anointer Priests if it's a token. And about to be a 4th, by the way. And everyone is going to trigger the Pride Mate. Each Pride Mate. I did it again. Oh my god. Why am I doing this? Because it's right in the middle and I'm getting used to clicking and it's just becoming a response at this point, that's why. I have to really, really be careful and watch for these Mentor triggers. Because the draws are what I need. Even the Bugle doesn't actually help me because I need to physically draw a sorcery, the Dusk to Dawn. There it is. There it is. Like in, you know, Jurassic Park. There it is. Alright, let's Bugle. The opponent will have 1 turn to take a huge shot at me, but I think I can live. And my goodness. Just, my god. Why can't I just have these counters for free? Why does it have to be May? Can we get an errata just for this game? Can we get an errata just for Arena on Ajani's Pride Mate, please? Just have this be automatic. Or where's my duels button in the settings always use May abilities? Why can't I, like, I need one of those. I need one of those bad. Alright, I've played some absurd games of Magic. This has gotta be up there. This has gotta be one of the most absurd I've ever seen. I'm surprised my opponent hasn't just yielded for the turn. Shift enter, although that's been wonky, so yeah. Maybe that's just not an option, really. Pay 1. Draw me that sweet, sweet card. And Bugle. Bugle, please. We have to go through this again, though. We have to go through it again. There's no way to just say, always take this action. Hey, Bugle to Bugle. Yep, those resolve. I'm done. Are you done? No attacks. Oh, the madness. Yep. Our opponent waits till end step to use their Shalai counters just so. And we have to discard a card. I think I'll discard one of these monuments. I have a feeling they're not all that crucial. All right, can our opponent kill us? Do they have some way of breaking through the army that we've generated? Another war leader. They're going to draw a bunch of cards. What they don't know is just how much damage this Dusk will leave them open to. If they don't attack with some of their life-linking cats this turn, they may leave a lot of life on the table. Like, they could be at, like, what is this? 2, 3... They could be at 400 life if they got into a combat step here. And that may be what they choose to do. If our opponent... Well, they shouldn't have been playing around Settle the Wreckage, though. Well, let's see what happens. I was going to say, I'm tapped out, so now they know Settle is down. But they have Shalai, so that was not an issue. Hasn't been an issue for a very long time. And here we go again. Our opponent's trying to get that air damage, but we've shown we can gain that much life in a turn. And here we go. Let's not goof around. What could they have? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Goodbye, kittens! Now, does our opponent play Settle the Wreckage is the question. Being at 38, we could go for the kill. They say good game. Let's see. So this is 20. This is 28. So that would be 38. So I guess I'm going to take the risk here that around Settle the Wreckage. If I lose this gamble, at least I'm not drawing lands anymore. And what I want to save are the mentors, so, or at least one of them. So, this is going to be 20 damage. It would have been easier to hit attack with all and then unselect the ones, but I don't want to go back now and risk losing even more time. We do have 5 timeouts, so that's 28 damage. 29, 30. 33. 36, 38. Alright. See if they've got something. Yep, they are a taunter. They are taunters. And the game will continue. That's okay. I can do it all again. I'm not afraid. Those Vanquisher's banners, though, those will be obnoxious. So let's get some cast outs for them. I think I still have a few more in the deck. I knew that they were full of baloney. Do we even play it? I don't think so. Bigger pride mates probably aren't what's going to matter here. And the opponent will not give up so easy. Now the question becomes like how many settles, right? How many settles do they play? "12 cards in the deck. That could be an issue. Yeah, so that's well, but now the mechanics are here. Mechanics are very good for this because they can just create massive horde. Yeah, I think we'll just keep working on the deck. All right, so do we bring one down now? I suppose we can. Not a lot to lose. Just some more triggers. But I guess if we're just doing triggers, we should do the landing. Another landing. Yeah. Our opponent does have another Field of Ruin, unfortunately. So it's not like we can keep making tokens, but we may or may not need those. Opponent's got 21. This is not a May, right? It is not a May. I wonder if we can deck him by forcing him to play out all the cats. Oh god, how will this end? The drama. Probably the least useful potential thing is another monument, of course. Bringing those back won't draw cards, so that's a pretty good call. We do have one more Dusk to Dawn, so there's that. And here comes another kitty. And I think it's got to be near the top, because I've seen what I've bugled to the bottom. At least twice here we bugled. So the other Dusk to Dawn needs to be up here. So I think I can get to it. So that's the key. We're going to get to that other Dusk to Dawn. We're going to blow him up again. Let's see if he leaves open the settle mana. Or not. Still, I don't think I can kill him in one swing, though. Even if he doesn't leave open the settle mana. Yep, the cats are back. So 12 to 10. But if he plays cats, that's the thing, right? I leave the banners out there, so if he plays any cats, he decks. And that's how I win. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. So I don't want to cast out his banners. This is absolutely obscene. Discards another Shalai. There it is. Well, we didn't have to wait long, did we? But what if I just build my board? Well, yeah. Just make him undo it. So, to pump or to not to pump? I think not. We've got one mechanic, we can bugle to another. Okay, so we do that. And now now we get crazy. We're going to draw cards. We do want another mechanic. That's what we want. Another aviary mechanic, please. Another cast out. I still like the Vanquisher's Banner deck you line. There's the mechanic. All right. So now I'm going to decline. I don't need more cards anymore. I'm actually to that point, the point where we don't draw cards. Well, I may as well play the other welcome if I'm gonna do all this. Be at 1,000,000 life. No, the life doesn't matter either, but the permit still could. So I guess I don't really want to return any of these. I'll decline that. And now the mechanic comes down. We could have also gotten a mechanic from the graveyard with the dawn, by the way. I just big hands mean big discarding decisions. I hit decline. I don't know why we're stalling. So, how many times can I do this? Until the timer is dead, right? And it's actually right to do it. I do need, like, an army. I need to have a lot of bodies on the field, because I need to force my opponent to commit their cats. So it's not like this game is in the bag and I'm just wasting time. I actually have to do this. It could be the difference in the game. And yet those declines are the longest thing on my timer. What a frustrating little bit of lag. Oh my gosh, put this part, this is definitely going to YouTube, but you are going to want to put this part on dub speed. Dub speed. Actually, what I should do is only do it one more time. I should leave up the cast outs. I should absolutely leave up the cast outs. Who knows what could happen. So that'll end this a little earlier. All I needed was a narrative of how it would be correct not to do all this, and I found it. Yeah, we can draw our deck on command, but there's only, you know, there's diminishing returns. We've seen what's left in it. It's a little handful of creatures. They're not going to make the difference. I wonder if our opponent went for a snack yet. Alright, I'm going to end the turn. And let's see what they do. They're going to embalm some stuff. Yep. Yep. What else you got? Ajani? What does that get back? Not much. You can just put some counters on things.
You should be proud to have come so far.
Not sure he's worth a cast out. Okay.
You can still fight.
So the opponent's trying to not play cats now. They're at 11, we're at 7. So they win the fight if it goes that way. So now I do have to, like, cast out their cards and make them play settles. Don't need to worry about the Ajani. I guess I'll take the life linkers. Because if our opponent just doesn't cast cats, we have problems. I think there's still another scavenger grounds in our deck. Yep. It's not it, though. How about in the graveyard? You get back our Pride Mates. Go back to Trigger Hell. Well, we'll make our opponent have another settle, first of all. Alright, so our opponent's at 30. So these 10 will do that job. So that's 10, and then one more. So again, if our opponent has the settle, that's life. I also don't need more life, so I should just start sending these priests, cut down on my trigger time. Did it again. Definitely should have hit. So if I hit a cancel attacks and I hit all attack, and then I pull back you, 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 and you, and you, because I'm probably not going to gain any life. But yeah, we'll leave them. All right, go. More settles, I'm sure. Nobody just runs just one. Everybody runs two. So my time arts are starting to burn in a way that I can't do anything about, and that is very concerning. But now we can just rebuild the team. Assuming the lag doesn't kill us. We do not want to draw cards with the Mentor, and we need to rebuild as many creatures as we can. I could have sent the Mentor. If I sent the Mentor, I would cut down on triggers. Maybe that would have been wise. Okay, he's gonna go after the field. I'm just gonna tap it for mana, because it's like getting it cheaper. And there is a Scavenger Grounds, 2 Mentors, a Mechanic, a Bugler, and a Welcome. Anytime. All right, another fast forward option, I'm sure. More snacks, more popcorn, more double speed. Strongly recommended, because this is gonna take a minute, my friends. The fact that my opponent isn't, like, giving the full priority pass is stunning to me. Okay, they have a cast out. Well, that's something. I guess I need to get the other mechanic. Let's see if we can find it. Oh wait, this trigger is still on the stack. I don't need to draw the... well, I drew it anyway. I can return this cast out to my hand and cast out the cast out, which is a really funny play that I can make. And maybe I could make it here just to tilt my opponent. I may as well. Oops. What am I doing? Ugh, habits. What am I doing? I'm tempted to try to reconnect to this game. I just don't think it would work. Maybe if I just remove the mentor. What if I return the mentor to my hand? So we'll decline. Done. Just thinking about priority and how to make this go faster. It's like these mentor triggers are holding up everything. Oh, the game. All right. So I'm going to return the mentor to my hand here. I'm going to tap this for a colorless. I'm going to play this cast out. Take your cast out. Done. Okay, apparently Ajani's welcome triggers are just as much a holdup, which are making me feel really silly now, because I thought this would go a lot faster now, but oh well. As you see, the timeout's just burning in. Burning into the ground. So now the question, how many settles do they play? I think 2 is an acceptable number. I wouldn't be surprised if it were only 2. And since we have 4 cards in the library and our opponent has 11, as long as they can go without playing more cats. They should be able to pull it off. Do I get back another cast out here? It ends the loop. No, I can use Dawn to continue the loop, so I should get back another cast out as soon as these triggers actually resolve. How frustrating. Because nothing's holding it up right now. Not my opponent, not me. It's just the game. Alright, here we go.
Fight again.
Here's Shalai. Doesn't draw cards with the banner. Okay. So I don't think I'll have a lot of time to generate another army, but I do think I'll need it. So with that in mind, let's flash this back. Actually, let's play the cast out first and target the Shalai, since it's the only thing we can target here. And we'll see how much mana our opponent wants to sink into it. All of it. Well, the question is, if they tap all the rest of this mana, they don't have another settle. Okay. So they're at least going to try to bluff it. So there's our mechanic. All right. I'll attack, except for the one mechanic. Let's make it 2 to be safe. I guess I have another Dawn. I can get back the other mechanic. 2 is safer. All right. Hello? Attack. Not a lethal attack by any means. Trying to set up for one next turn. All right. These are bigger, so they're worth having out there. But man, the triggers. At least I don't have the Anointer Priest, but the Ajani's Welcome triggers are still going to be really something. Come on, take action, take action, take action. Believe it or not, I plan to make multiple videos today, and then this happened, and so I'm gonna have to make some more video time to keep up with the other shows I want to do. Clicking as fast as one can in the arena. I also wanted to show a whole event. I really thought I could, playing a somewhat fast deck, but then, like I said, this happened. One timeout. Our timer is refilling pretty well right now. I was concerned about the aviary mechanic loop, but the primate thing for some reason seems to keep moving okay. I guess it's all the actions I get to take, they refill my timer. The only good way for this game to end at this point is definitely in a DC. Some kind of a disconnect or absolute glitch out. That's the only appropriate way to do it, right? All right. Oh, the triggers. The triggers, the triggers, the triggers, the triggers, the triggers. I should put an Easter egg at like the end of this video, because anybody who actually watches this whole thing is a pure miracle worker. They are absolutely a trooper. They are the best in the world at what they do. I'm actually not even playing the other welcomes. I could absolutely play the other welcomes. But at this point, it's like, does that win the game? No, not really. But my opponent's on 0 timeouts. If I run them down to nothing, I feel like there's something to be gained from that. Like, my opponent's blocking, they might not have time for it next turn. Which would be a really, it's kind of nasty, but I think we gotta try. You gotta win how you win. Of course, if they have a settle, it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, they're at 0. Why are we still waiting? Did they leave? Did they just leave the game? Maybe they know. Maybe they know they're beat. Because I think settle is a proper number. 2 settles makes sense to me. Oh no, why are we just hanging in the air here? We're just hanging. What do you guys think? I think I need to try reconnecting to the game. Okay, something just happened. Oh, we got the concession. That's an anticlimactic end, but an end nonetheless. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Well, I need to go take a nap. So, I will not be finishing this Brewer's Delight here on the channel today. Wow, if you watch to the end of this, just put in chat, I stayed till the end, because you deserve a lot of points. If you hear me saying this right now, just type exactly in chat, I stayed till the end, to let me know you did it. You are a true CGB fan. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like these absurd adventures in Magic, to hit the like button, and feel free to subscribe. We'll have more stuff coming your way. And for today, for right now, God, this has been a heck of a day in the arena, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.